Hello everyone, and today we are going to review one of the worst movies ever made that is based on the hit TV show. And that TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. It is called The Last Airbender.
The Last Airbender is a 2010 American fantasy adventure film written, produced, and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. A live-action film based on M. Night Shyamalan's interpretation of the first season of the Nickelodeon animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. The film stars Noah Ringer as Aang, with Dev Patel as Prince Zuko, Nicola Peltz as Katara, and Jackson Rathbone as Sokka.
It was produced by Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon Movies. Development for a film began in 2007. It was adapted by Shyamalan, who also served as screenwriter and producer. Other producers include Sam Mercer and Frank Marshall. Executive producers Kathleen Kennedy, Scott Aversano, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, and co-producer Jose L. Rodriguez. The series from which it was adapted was influenced by Asian art, mythology and various martial arts fighting styles and was created by DiMartino and Konietzko. Filming began in mid-March 2009, with locations in Greenland and Pennsylvania.
The Last Airbender was made for $150 million. Premiering in New York City on June 30, 2010, it opened in the United States the following day, grossing an estimated $16 million. The Last Airbender opened in second place at the box office behind The Twilight Saga, Eclipse, and eventually grossed $131 million domestically and $319 million worldwide.
Although the film was a box office success, and being praised for its visual effects, it received near universally negative reviews, being criticized by the acting performances and the lack of story from the cartoon series. The movie won 5 Golden Raspberry Awards including Worst Picture in 2010, and it is often regarded as one of the worst films ever made.
Let's start with the plot. 14-year-old Katara, Nicola Peltz, and her 15-year-old older brother, Sokka, Jackson Rathbone, are near a river at the Southern Water Tribe, a small village in the South Pole. While hunting, they discover an iceberg that shoots a beam of light into the sky. Inside of the iceberg is a 12-year-old boy named Aang, Noah Ringer, and a giant flying bison named Appa. Unknown to them, Aang is the long-lost, mighty Avatar, the only person on the planet able to bend all 4 elements. 100 years have passed since the Fire Nation has declared war on the other 3 nations of water, earth, and air in their attempt to conquer the world.
Zuko, Dev Patel, is an exiled prince of the Fire Nation on a quest to find the Avatar and bring him as prisoner to his father, Fire Lord Ozai, Cliff Curtis, so he can return home. Seeing the light that appeared from Aang's release, Zuko and some Fire Nation soldiers arrive at the Southern Water Tribe to demand the villagers hand over the Avatar. Aang reveals himself as he surrenders himself to Zuko on the condition that he agrees to leave the village alone. On the ship, Aang is tested by Zuko's paternal uncle Claro, Shantap, to confirm him to be the Avatar.
After being informed that he is to be their prisoner for passing the test, Aang escapes using his glider and flies to his flying bison brought by Katara and Sokka. Aang and his new friends visit the Southern Air Temple where they meet the winged lemur, who Aang later names Momo. Aang also learns that he was in the ice for a whole century and that the Fire Nation wiped out all of the air nomads, including his guardian, Monk Jetso. In despair, he enters the Avatar state and finds himself in the spirit world where he encounters a dragon spirit that tells him that he only knows airbending, and that he also needs to learn waterbending, earthbending and firebending in order to become a fully realized Avatar. The dragon spirit tells him that he should learn waterbending first, and that the best teachers are in the Northern Water Tribe as they are no more experienced master waterbenders in the Southern Water Tribe.
To seek shelter, Aang's group arrive at a little Earth Kingdom village controlled by the Fire Nation, and they are arrested because Katara tries to help a young boy escape from a Fire Nation patrol soldiers. They incite a rebellion by reminding the disgruntled Earthbenders that Earth was given to them. Katara is given a waterbending scroll that she uses to greatly strengthen and hone her waterbending and help Aang learn as they make their way to the Northern Water Tribe and liberate and secure more Earth Kingdom villages in the process, weakening the Fire Nation's food and water supplies.
During a sidetrack to the Northern Air Temple on his own, Aang is betrayed by a peasant and captured by a group of Fire Nation archers, led by Commander Zhao Asif Mandavi, a Fire Nation commander appointed by the Fire Lord. However, a masked marauder, the Blue Spirit, helps Aang escape from his imprisonment. Zuko is the masked vigilante, and Zhao realizes this. He arranges to kill the prince. Zuko survives the assassination attempt on his life with Iroh's help. He sneaks aboard Zhao's led ship as his fleet departs for the Northern Water Tribe, which is a heavy fortress, to capture the Avatar. Upon arriving, Aang's group is welcomed warmly by the citizens of the Northern Water Tribe. Immediately, Sokka quickly befriends the Northern Water Tribe princess, Yue Seichel Gabriel. After a few agreements, a waterbending master, Paku Francis Winon, teaches Aang waterbending. Katara also becomes a much stronger and more powerful waterbender due to her training with Master Paku.
Soon, the Fire Nation arrives and Zhao begins his attack while Zuko begins his search for the Avatar on his own. After defeating Katara in a battle, Zuko captures Aang as he enters the spirit world to find the dragon spirit to give him the wisdom to defeat the Fire Nation, who tells him to let his emotions flow like water. Returning to his body, Aang battles Zuko before Katara freezes him. Before leaving to join the battle, Aang lowers the ice so that Zuko can breathe. As the battle escalates, Iroh watches Zhao capture the moon spirit, with which its ocean spirit counterpart had assumed the form of a fish.
Despite Iroh's pleas, Zhao kills the moon spirit to strip all of the waterbenders of their powers and abilities to waterbend. Yue explains to everyone that the moon spirit gave her life, willing to give it back as she dies in the process. With the tables turned, Zhao finds out Zuko survived. They almost fight before Iroh appears and tells Zuko it's not worth it. Zhao is drowned by waterbenders after Zuko and Iroh leave him to his fate.
Aang remembers his life before being trapped in the ice, including when he left his home, seeing his master's face. With his waterbending powers and his emotions flowing like water, Aang enters the Avatar state and raises the ocean into a gigantic wall in order to drive the Armada back. Aang now fully embraces his destiny as the Avatar as he, Katara and Sokka prepare to continue their journey to the Earth Kingdom to find an earth-bending teacher for Aang. The Fire Lord learns of the defeat, and angry about the betrayal of his brother Iroh and the failure of his eldest son Zuko, he tasks his youngest daughter Azula, Summer Bishil, to stop the Avatar from mastering Earth and Fire before the arrival of Zin's comet, which she accepts and gives a sinister smile.
Okay, time for the box office results. On its opening day in the United States, The Last Airbender made $16 million, ranking 5th overall for Thursday openings. For its opening 3-day, 4th of July weekend, The Last Airbender accumulated a total of $40.3 million. The following Monday, it grossed another $11.5 million. 54% of its total gross was from 3D presentations at 1,606 screens. On Thursday, July 1st, 2010, its opening day, it debuted at number 2 behind the Twilight Saga, Eclipse. It stayed number 2 until Monday, July 5th, 2010, when it went down to number 3 now behind the Twilight Saga, Eclipse and Toy Story 3.
On July 9th, it went down to number 5 behind Despicable Me, The Twilight Saga, Eclipse, Predators and Toy Story 3. By Friday, July 23rd, it was down to number 9 behind Inception, Salt, Despicable Me, Ramona and Beezus, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, Toy Story 3, Grown Ups and The Twilight Saga, Eclipse.
Opening overseas in 923 sites, the film grossed an estimated $9 million, $8 million of which was from 870 sites in Russia, making it the number 1 film there. The film grossed $9.4 million from its second weekend in overseas markets.
The Last Airbender had grossed $131,772,187 in the United States box office. It had also grossed $187,941,694 in other countries, making for a total of $319,713,881 worldwide.
The film is the 20th highest-grossing film of 2010.
After its significant criticism, it was quickly pulled off the big screen and put into limbo for a short while before being released on DVD in November 18, 2010. Between November 2010 and March 2011, the DVD and Blu-ray were advertised on Nickelodeon before reruns of the TV series were shown. It aired on the network only once and had no better reception, and so was sold to a movie channel which aired on January 21, 2013, which received minimal praise.
We'll be back for the reviews, so stay tuned everyone.
Yes. Stay tuned, kiddies, for the reviews.